So, finally got my car back. And I think I have missed FSD a lot. So, um, the last couple of days, like I had to take my car to the service center. And so I got a loaner, a Tesla Model 3. And I think in this video, I'm going to do a comparison of like my experience driving a Model 3 and a Model Y. Forget about FSD. One, I didn't know like the Model 3 was that small and quite uncomfortable to sort of get into. Like this, I feel comfortable. There is room, right? I feel quite comfortable sitting here. It's no hassle. But for the Model 3, the first few days, it was a difficulty like getting into the seat and then have to adjust. I had to like move it all the way back and sort of lift it up a little bit. And for what it's worth, the Model Y looks like a car. When you tell people it's an SUV, it's like, no, it's a car. It does look like a car, but it drives like an SUV in terms of like the height off the ground. I didn't realize this until I got into the Model 3. Like, it's so low to the ground. And so I have to kind of like lift the seat up to give me, that sense of, okay, I'm a little bit high off the ground. But yeah, first of all, like getting into the seat was like quite difficult. And I would say anybody who's at least, 6'2", I don't think the Model 3 would be, like if you're thinking of Model 3 versus Model Y, which should you buy? I don't think the Model 3 is for you in that sense. But of course, it's the cheaper version. And so sometimes it's all you could afford. But yeah, if money is not a problem, of course, if money is not a problem, you probably will buy a Model X or something. Yeah, but if, you're trying to like stay within budget and, you still want like a car that drives like an SUV, then I would say the Model Y. It does feel like my car is renewed. Another thing I noticed, so before I took it in for service, I had the request for service for software update for like version 14.1.4. But then I think they put it in service mode, did whatever they wanted to do, and now it's back. And now the update request is gone. And I was already thinking that just maybe I might try the version 14, but this is 13.2.9. It drives smoothly for me, and I am not in a hurry to change it. Although just for changing sake, for trying out sake, I might be open to trying the 14.1.4 as a tester. But yeah, this is fine enough. It does the job. It's kind of interesting how much I missed the car and how much I missed FSD as well. Seemingly simple task like backing and parking became a chore. I want to park, and it's like, no, I don't want to do this. But with the Model Y, it's like, I don't think about it. Just put it in, press the P, and then it parks itself. But then with that one, also the fact that it's on hardware 3, and it's kind of slow, and you have to like do all of these things yourself. It's different. Then another thing is, your car is always your car. When I came back into the car, I could perceive the smell, like the air freshener, like this is my car, like the smell of my car, this is it. But then for that one, the first thing, yeah, the fragrances were not my kind of fragrance. If you can call that a fragrance, actually. I had to like sort of spray it down for me to be comfortable in it for the few days that I used it. But yeah, and can you see the difference in the camera? The camera is so clear and sharp here. But for the Model 3, it does not feel that way at all. It does not. Honestly, this is the future of driving. As much of a skeptic as I am, this is a great software. It does the job. It drives really well. It drives really well. Of course, there are quirks every once in a while, which even for humans, you're not always perfect, right? But I would say it drives better than most humans, for sure. And if every car on the road, say, uses FSD, for instance, I think the rate of accidents will drop drastically. Drastically. I don't know, it didn't do anything to it during the service. Look at, since charge, 82.1 watt-hour per kilometer. That's that's like crazy efficiency, super good efficiency. But I know that it's like a fluke. My current drive, this is it. So, let me see. Yeah, it's winter. I'm gonna change the tires. I think maybe tomorrow. I should actually make a video about it, especially with my winter experience driving this thing in crazy snow and blizzard conditions. I should make a video about it. I think another thing I noticed also is, I don't know, I think the windshield sizes are different though. This feels bigger. I don't know. And then this, the roof, it's like a one single pane in the Model Y. You can lie down, kind of like watch the stars. Although, if you live in the city, forget about seeing the stars. The light pollution is too much. Imagine I had this car with me and then to go catch the Aurora Borealis, just lie down in there and then watch the sky. It's gonna be gorgeous. I can't even imagine it. If Elon put superchargers on the Alaska highway, I'm gonna be driving this car to Alaska for sure. But for now, I'm not ready to go through the pain that is driving the highway. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna line up behind these trucks. So it's doing the right thing. Oh, big yawn. Like, it's so sharp, it's so clear. Like, this is almost like pass for it like a photograph. Like, it's so sharp. I'm not sure the video is probably doing justice to it, but yeah, this looks really good. Oh man. You see, unlike the autopilot, where of course it's not going to make this turn first of all, but even if it's like on here, I'm not going to feel comfortable letting it just do its thing. I'm going to pull my leg. Yeah, nah, That's I don't. Can I drive a car that doesn't have FSD? Okay, except in this case when it was a loaner just for a short period. It makes me realize how much um, of quality of life difference the full self-driving supervised makes in terms of like the overall quality of life for you. Like it's not it doesn't look like it's a big deal, but it is a big deal. It is a big deal. I know there are like still kinks to iron out, and I do think that would be something that would remain for a long time. In fact, in my opinion, I would say Elon does a disservice to this brand, the brand image, than it does in service to it. There are like a few cults, like a small group of people who are like a cult who whatever Elon says is the holy grail, is the truth. But for like the mainstream people who want to, try out something good, something new. If I was the one, I'm probably gonna get up on this lane. But maybe because I also chose hurry, it's on the fastest lane, which right now is the slowest. I would have merged here and then go ahead and merge ahead. But it's okay. I'm not in a rush, so let it do its thing. But yeah, like I was saying, I think Elon hurts this brand more in terms of like the overall perception and image. Some of the things it says are like sometimes simply not true. Like the dreams is sold to hardware 3 owners, for instance, and now he's starting to talk about hardware 5, hardware 6, and like, this is where I think we also like need to hold him accountable. Like we should all just not jump on the bandwagon. Call it out. Like you promised that this is going to be able to do this. They should be able to receive the update as well. At least they should be able to get on version 13. I won't be shocked if after a couple of years again, there's hardware 5 and they cannot deprecate everybody on hardware 4. And when people were buying it, part of the reasons why they bought it was the promise. If you did not promise it, then you can say, oh, there was no promise anyway. So that's why I think sort of like a disconnect. But yeah, this video is not about that, which would have kind of gone into it a whole lot. But yeah, in terms of overall experience, I am much more comfortable, maybe because that's the one I chose anyway. Much more comfortable in the Model 3. I don't know how the Model S would feel like. I should probably go do a test driving one. Because even though that's like a sedan too, and it's also low, would it feel better than than the Model? Of course, to feel better than the Model 3, but would you feel as comfortable as the Model Y? For me, especially like with the height, that's something I would like to check out and compare. Honestly, people complain so much about the nag. It's not too bad. If you're constantly looking ahead, it won't nag at you. It is people who don't pay attention. We of course every now once in a while, like you look away to capture, sort of like capture the scenery. But the car needs to know that you're paying attention, which, for me, I think it's a good thing. I think I should. So I just kind of added a stop to it. punched in Tim Hortons. I know it's not going to do the drive-through for me. That's something that I'm sort of like eager to try out in version 14. But yeah. Aside that, version 13 is smooth enough. Like zero intervention, it's done the job. Honestly. Okay. Well, so yeah. Did the right thing, waited for that car. Wake up, sir. I probably would have to take over because I want it to go into the drive-through. But it likely would not go, so. Okay. It's going in a drive-through. Okay. So it's it's done its job up until.
Welcome to Big, the home of coffee and donuts. Hi, Tim. What can I get for you?
French vanilla.
What size?
Medium.
Sure. Anything else?
Yes. I want sausage and biscuit.
Medium French vanilla and sausage on a biscuit, yeah?
Yes, thank you. Hey, did I cup my wheel? I think I might have cupped the wheel again. At this point, I give up. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna try it and see what it's gonna do. I put it back in FSD. But yeah, 13.2.9 is not sentient enough as much as I'm aware. For now, it's just following the traffic ahead of it. I should be ready to step on the brake once that car goes so it doesn't. Oh, the other camera is dead, so it's gonna just keep going. So.
Hello, French vanilla, right?
Yes. 1 second. Oh.
I need the breakfast. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Okay, nice soda.
Anyway, I'm gonna take over. So I don't want it to go through that light again. I'm just gonna go out from here. But yeah, smooth drive. It's done what it should do, and it's nice getting back in in this car. Look at that beauty. It's a beautiful color. It's not a color I would do, but when I see people drive that kind of color, I love it for them. So thanks for riding with me this morning, and I would see you guys on the next one. Cheers.